guys, and welcome back to A Fountain of Books. So today we're going to talk about the Black Lives Movement. I haven't really posted anything. I did the Blackout Square for Blackout Tuesday, and I did a black and white spread in my bullet journal next week for the movement, but I haven't really spoke about it. I haven't really said anything. My wife has been very vocal on social media and things, but I really haven't said much. And I want to change that. I am mixed. If you didn't know, biracial, whatever you want to refer it as. I am half white and half black. So half of my family is completely white, half of my family is completely black. Being biracial has not excluded me from discrimination or oppression. I'm not as oppressed as some, but I was. I guess my favorite story about being biracial is I went to school for the first time. I was so excited. I was ready to make friends and everything, and it was fine until about first grade. In first grade, I went to make friends, went to a new school. For my kindergarten class, I went to a new school to first grade, and I was so excited to be there. I was so excited to meet new people and just be very outgoing. And there were no little girls that looked like me. There were ones that were darker complected than me, and there were ones lighter complected than me, but there was not a little girl that looked like me. So I decided, you know what, I'm gonna be friends with everyone. Let's give it a try. I walked up to this little girl, and she looked at me and told me I was not white enough to hang out with them. I should go hang out with my own kind. It appalled me, and I didn't know what to do. I took a step back and thought, but she looks like my mama. What does it matter? What does it matter the color of your skin? And so I go, okay, cool. Let me go talk to the other group of girls. Maybe they'll accept me. And that little girl turned around and told me I was not dark enough to be her friend. So here I am, 6, maybe 7, because I'm born in November, so I'm a little older than usually, a little younger than the rest of the kids usually. And I'm being told that I cannot hang out with them because I'm not the right color. And that kind of stuck with me. One of the reasons I hadn't spoke out was because in my mind, I always was told, oh, you don't understand, you're light skinned. And it hit me. Like, I've had that internalized my whole life because I believed them. When they said, you're too light to talk about this, you're too light for this, I believed them. And I found, finally, when I moved to middle school and high school, there were friends of ours. Their mom was white, their dad was black. I hung out with them all the time because they looked like me. They understood what I went through. I am for the Black Lives Movement. I've watched family members be oppressed. I've watched family members where they had no other option but, to do what they did. And I have been scared when we got pulled over before because I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know if the cop's going to look at me and see a black girl. I don't know if he's going to look at me and just ignore me or what's going to happen. I've been pulled over before with my dad, and he said, be quiet, don't say anything, look forward. If he asks you a question, just answer the question. Don't say more than that, just answer the question and we'll be okay. And when we got pulled over, I saw another side of my dad come out. I saw a different man sitting there because my dad was the type of, just like anybody, why did you pull me over? I wasn't doing anything wrong. We weren't speeding, none of that. He didn't do any of that. The officer asked for his registration. Yes, officer, I'm reaching for it. Handed it to him and was just very short and didn't make jokes or anything. And that really wasn't my dad. And that was scary for me. it's just something that I think if you've never been through it, if you've never been with somebody who's been through it, you don't understand it, and that I understand. I have two dads. My parents divorced when I was 12, and my mom, a few years later, met my daddy and got remarried, and I have a sister who's 8. She's 8 right now. You may have seen her in my vlogs. I love her to pieces. But she's watching this happen, and no one's explaining it to her. Most of the time, they turn off the TV when it comes on, and no one wants to explain to her what's going on. I think that's wrong. If I had children right now, I would explain to them what's going on, because she is a little black girl, and she deserves to know what's happening. She does. I'm just happy that all this change is coming along, and she may grow up in an America that's better than the one I grew up in. That just because her daddy's black doesn't mean anything. She's just another human. There's a lot of debates and controversial things I could say here, and I don't need to go into all of it. I just want to say that if you have spoken out, no matter your skin color, if you've spoken out, thank you. Thank you. And if you haven't, why not? Even if you say the wrong thing, even if you make a mistake, that's a learning opportunity. Don't get butthurt when they try to educate you. Hear what they're saying. Take a step back and think, well, maybe they really are just trying to get me to see it from their point of view. If you don't support this movement, you can unsubscribe. I know there's only like 12 of you right now, but if you do not believe in this movement, you can unsubscribe, because I don't want you here. That means you don't believe that I have the right. That I have the right to be pulled over and not scared that I'm gonna be shot. Not only am I a black woman, I'm also gay. And that's a whole different system that I don't want to go into. But when my wife and I, if we ever get pulled over, I would be scared to see, how the cop's going to react. Because you never know. You never know who's pulling you over. And that's not saying all cops are bad, because I don't believe that. But I will say, when you go home, you get to take that uniform off. I can't take this off. I can never take this off. I can never change it. I'm still gonna have melanin. No matter how long I stay out of the sun, no matter how long I stay in the house, I'm still gonna have melanin. I'm still gonna have features that identifies me as African American. And you know what? I love it. I think I'm beautiful. I love my skin, but I can't take it off. You can take that uniform off. So before you take a command that you don't agree with, before you do something you know is against your moral compass, for lack of a better word, just think, you could take that uniform off. I can't take the skin off. You get to go home and take that uniform off and leave the work day behind you. I can't ever take the skin off. I can't take the trauma off or away. Buildings can be rebuilt. Trust pretty much can be rebuilt. We can't bring people back. We can't change the color of our skin. That's the difference.